What's popping out there, my people? You know who it is. Your boy Jay Catal, the way 45. Number one hashtag heel. Best in the world. Point blank, period. And I'm back. Back with another video, man. It's been a while since I did a video. And today, I'm going to discuss the Elimination Chamber. I kind of like the Elimination Chamber. Pretty solid event, man. Pretty solid. The last couple pay-per-views haven't really been up to par, whatever. And yes, this video is going to be somewhat long because I'm going to get into detail. But before I get into that, I know in my last video I spoke about whether I should redo a new page or do a whole new page, YouTube page, or redo this one. And I asked everybody out there on YouTube, the YWC, everybody that's wrestling fans, whatever. What should I do? I mean, should I do a whole new page? Should I delete all the videos off of here and just remodel this page? I'm kind of stuck, kind of asking your advice, so just leave your comments, messages, whatever. Let me know what you think I should do and how I should return. Right now, just simply basic. I had a whole bunch of different characters in mind, whatever. Not just characters of what I want to do, but, it is what it is, just a whole new gimmick, man. I gotta come with something new, something fresh. So, now, back to the Elimination Chamber. We opened up with the Raw Elimination title match. Okay, the booking on this match, I don't think it was right. You know what I mean? I think it could have been a lot better. It could have been rearranging. I don't think that match should have been first, whatever. But it is what it is. It's WWE. It's how they do things. I don't know. But anyway, you get, Jericho, Kofi Kingston, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, R-Truth, and The Miz. Okay. The match starts off with CM Punk and Kofi Kingston. Now, I gotta say, this was a real good Elimination Chamber match. People may not think so, but the spots in this match, where they were good. You know what I mean? The whole, when Kofi Kingston leaped over the top rope in the beginning, and when CM Punk whipped him and he jumped over the top rope, I don't know who it was, but one of them, I think it was Kofi, or one of them jumped onto the chain and then hit a spinning DDT on Dolph Ziggler on the steel. Just all in all together, where the spots were good. The people getting put over were good. There was some spots where there was a little bit of botches and stuff like that in that match, but there were some spots where I don't think them people should have got over right then and there, or they might have gotten over too much. Everybody was expecting Jericho to win. I was expecting Jericho to win. Didn't happen. The whole spot where Jericho got kicked out of the chamber and hit his head on one of the blocks or something that was right by the steel barricade, and he was gone from the match. Miz put on a pretty good showing. I just don't agree with them eliminating R-Truth first. I mean, what has Kofi Kingston done individually in the last couple of months to really put him over in the match over R-Truth? R-Truth's been in these spots. He got the whole little Jimmy thing going, whatever. And you eliminate R-Truth first instead of Kofi. I don't know. I mean, it was kind of a shock to me. But after that, it made up for it for the rest of the match. And of course, it comes down to CM Punk and The Miz. The Miz almost win, but then CM Punk, of course, taps out The Miz, and CM Punk wins. I wasn't expecting it, but if I was gonna go with another winner, I'd go with CM Punk. If you wasn't gonna do Jericho, but where is this gonna lead the CM Punk and Jericho rivalry now? For the best in the world match at WrestleMania. You know, I don't know what they're gonna do with Jericho and this whole situation. Hopefully, they think of something, but it was a pretty solid match. Like I said, a lot of good spots, a lot of good putovers for different people in the different spots, and the spots they were in were good. Maybe there was just some spots that were off as far as putting people over, but pretty decent. You put Kofi over R-Truth, which I didn't understand because the whole Kofi really hasn't done anything, and R-Truth has been. I mean, that was the only downfall of the match. Next, we got what I was looking for, the Divas match. As many of you know, I am a huge Divas fan. I love Divas. I know the Divas haven't been doing anything lately, but you blame WWE Goldust because Goldust works with the Divas. I don't know what's going on with the Divas division, but I'm not going to abandon it just because it's bad right now. Hopefully it'll pick up. And with this match, it did. The match didn't last 2 minutes. It lasted a little bit longer. You have Beth Phoenix versus Tamina. And I kind of like the fact that you put Tamina over. I think with me, if I would have did this, I think I would have had Tamina win the title and then brought out Karma or whoever you're going to bring out, because there's a lot of rumors going out there on who's going to be facing Beth at WrestleMania. Some people are saying Karma. There's other rumors going around that's going to be Trish. There's other rumors going around that's going to be Natalya. Then they're trying to throw Alundra Blaze in the mix. I don't know what's going on there. I don't, you know what I mean? But if this was me booking this match, I would have had Tamina win and maybe made it a triple threat match at WrestleMania, only because the last two WrestleManias you haven't had a Divas title match. Maybe the last three, either 3 or 2, not quite sure. But then, if you're gonna do it, make it interesting. Put more Divas in there. If you're gonna have the Divas title match at WrestleMania, which we're all gonna see, and it's probably gonna be more than likely Beth versus Karma. I don't know. But I like the fact that you put Tamina over in this match, and Tamina kind of dominated for a little while. The spill she took out on the floor, she kind of slipped, kind of a botch right there. I don't know. But Tamina hit the Superfly Splash. Thought she had to win. Beth kicked out, and then Beth hit the Glam Slam and won. Pretty decent match. Solid Divas match. I'm glad WWE finally stepped up their game. Congratulations with the Divas. Gotta pick it up, man, because the knockouts are killing you in TNA right now. After that, they threw in this whole spot, and I think this spot was basically just to bring out those people that are returning. You had John Laurinaitis come out saying he wanted to be the general manager of SmackDown too, and Raw and SmackDown, whatever. But this basically wasn't about that. If you kind of looked at it, it was basically to bring the returning Alberto Del Rio, the returning Mark Henry, and the returning Christian. That's what this was about. This was to throw them in there to give them their spot. They tried to make it look like it was a John Laurinaitis spot, but it really wasn't if you really pay attention. And it's a pretty decent spot. I don't think John Laurinaitis should be general manager of both. I think what they should do is get rid of Teddy Long on SmackDown, maybe put John Laurinaitis over there, and then bring in another general manager for Raw. It's just my opinion. I don't think I would want to see too much of John Laurinaitis, because then now you're giving us too much of John Laurinaitis. Everybody says, there's too much John Cena, there's too much this, too much that. You're giving us too much John Laurinaitis. His gimmick is good for TV and it's good for, wrestling as entertainment. I kind of like it because it's working, But you shove John Laurinaitis down off the road and everybody's gonna complain. So don't give us too much John Laurinaitis. Just give us enough. Maybe put him on SmackDown because, SmackDown needs to be built up more. And the way John Laurinaitis' gimmick is, it would work for SmackDown. I think Raw needs something more stronger, more in depth. But again, that spot really wasn't for John Laurinaitis. Um, it was more for them to bring out and the returning of Berto Del Rio, the returning of Mark Henry, and the returning of Christian. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio is not cleared yet. He was there, but he's not cleared to wrestle yet, so I can understand that. Um, then after that, we get the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match, and I got to admit, I thought it was going to be bad, but it was better than I thought it would be. You know what I mean? I mean, having Khali and Santino in there, and I'm gonna get my thoughts on Santino in a minute. I'm gonna give my thoughts on Santino in a minute. Um, but just to have Khali and Santino in there, I was thinking maybe there would be a swerve or something, but it wasn't. Um, I thought it was gonna be more of a, you know, one of those quick things where these guys get eliminated quick, and chaos and all that other stuff. But it wasn't. It was really, really decent match. You started off with Big Show and Wade Barrett. There was some good spots in this match. There wasn't that many botches. I don't even think there was any botches in this one. There could have been, not sure. Um, but there was a lot of good spots. The whole spot where Big Show ripped open the chains on top of the chamber and went inside the cell to get Daniel Bryan was a good spot. Um, Him throwing Daniel Bryan through the cage door, whatever you want to call it, cage door, whatever. It's bulletproof. It's like plexiglass. I can't even speak. My bad. Um, was a good spot. Like I said, there was a lot of good spots. Khali getting eliminated right away. I kind of seen that happening. He came in. He did his little thing and then got eliminated. Um, but Santino, I give Santino a lot of credit. He hung in there with the big boys and he put over a lot of people. And he didn't do it in dominating fashion. He did it in kind of like a mid-Carter situation. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the little roll-ups and stuff like that, whatever. But he showed promise. Now, my question is, if WWE is putting over Santino this way, are they going to continue it, or are they just going to go back to making him the comedian, jobber / mid-Carter that he is? I mean, if you're going to do this with Santino and put him to the end to face Daniel Bryan and almost get the win, mind you, he almost got the win. I mean, he hit the Cobra and everything. You know, WWE needs to wisen up and then build on his character, give him a makeover. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If I was to do Santino as a gimmick and him being Italian, I think I'd do a whole maybe mobster type look. Maybe turn him heel, give him the mobster, mafia type, with the hat and the suit and stuff, and then come out whatever, or some ways like mafia type thing since he is Italian. Um, but that's just my opinion. I think that's what I would do. I think it'll fit good for Santino. You know what I mean? If you're gonna build his character and give him a makeover or give him a new look or whatever. Yeah, I mean, because you think about it, he eliminated Cody Rhodes, he eliminated Wade Barrett. He eliminated two big heels in that match. I thought it was good, to have him do that. Give him that push that you're giving him, and I liked it because you didn't overdo it with him as far as trying to give him a push. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't go overboard with making him go over. You know what I'm saying? You just did it right and in the right spots to make Santino go over just enough to where he is legitimate. You know what I mean? Like, there's some of them people that they do it and they go completely overboard and it doesn't look right. It's a rush thing. But yeah, Santino did his thing. He hung in there with the big boys. I give him credit, and he almost won the match. I mean, it would have been a shocker for him to win the title, but you know, it is WWE, and sometimes they do dumb things, but they got it right, so it was pretty good. Next, which a lot of people didn't talk about, you had a fill-in match with Jack Swagger and Justin Gabriel for the United States title. You had a whole backstage segment where you had Hornswoggle eating cheese, and then Natalya standing there and she farts. I don't get the whole farting thing with Natalya. I think they're shitting on the Hart family by doing this gimmick. It's kind of annoying now, and it's kind of pissing me off because I think it's stupid. It's just a waste of time. Then you had Justin Gabriel come in. Then you had Jack Swagger come in, and you know Teddy Long came in. They kind of busted on Vicky. It's kind of funny. So then you know Teddy Long made the match, the United States title match, and honestly, the spot that it was in was the wrong spot. I mean, you're gonna put this match before the main event match with John Cena and Kane. Like this match should have been in front of the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Then had the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Then had the John Cena Kane match. Actually, I think this card was kind of booked wrong altogether. I think the first match you should have had was the Divas match. Then had the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Then threw in another fill-in match. Then maybe did the whole John Laurinaitis segment. And then did the Raw Elimination Chamber title match. And then did the John Cena match. But who am I? You know what I mean? I'm just a fan that, gets in depth with the WWE. So, it is what it is. But the final match, of course, the main event match with John Cena and Kane. Or I probably wouldn't even make the John Cena and Kane match the main event match, even though it is John Cena. I think I would have threw that before the Raw Elimination Chamber title match. And maybe had the Raw Elimination Chamber title match the main event. You know what I mean? But you did get the John Cena Kane match, and I won't front. It was a good match. I mean, no one's seen Cena wrestle. Well, what they call wrestling. I'm a Cena fan. I'll always be a Cena fan. So I was rooting for Cena for this match. You can hate me or love me, doesn't matter. I'm a John Cena fan. I've been a John Cena fan since day one, since he came into WWE. And whether you say he can or can't wrestle, doesn't matter. It's entertainment. I mean, it's the way you gotta look at it. It's entertainment. And I love the match. I mean, it was a pretty good, more than a good match. I don't want to say it was great. It was in between good and great. Decent, whatever you want to call it. We knew it was gonna be brutal, so you wasn't expecting a lot of wrestling. I mean, from either of them. I mean, they're both go in there, strike, there's not a lot of wrestling with them. It's more fighting. John Cena's that thug, that street fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Kane, it's just Kane, he's a monster, you know what I mean? So you knew there wasn't going to be much wrestling. And for what it was worth, with the, action that they had and the brutality of the match, it worked perfectly. You know what I mean? There was some spots where they didn't work as good as they should have together, but there were spots where it worked well. You know what I mean? Kane punished Cena for a while. Cena punished Kane. Then Kane almost put Cena in the ambulance, and then Cena broke out. Cena went ape shit, went ham on him, and kind of embraced the hate for that moment, and was hitting him with everything, the monitor, the steel steps, didn't matter. He was beating him with the wheelchair. Then he was going to put Kane through the Spanish announce table, like always, it's a Spanish announce table. He held Kane up, walked up the steps. Kane reversed it, choke slammed him through the table, tried to put him in. Cena broke out of the ambulance. Um, then Cena went ape shit again. Did his all. They called the five moves of doom and all that other shit. Finally, he got to the ambulance and he gave him an attitude adjustment on the top of the ambulance. Great finish. Um, you know, it was good for what it was worth. I maybe would have thrown a little bit more in there. I mean, maybe I would have had Zack Ryder come out and maybe distract John Cena for a moment. Did something to have Eve come out or do Eve do something in there, whatever. Just to make it more interesting. I did something, throwing something in there instead of the way it ended. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad John Cena won. Maybe John Cena not winning would have been a good thing. I mean? Maybe have him have a loss before WrestleMania, and then it would really like if I was to do this, maybe have him lose this match before WrestleMania, and have his mindset really go crazy, and have Kane be like, "I told you I can overcome the hate and stuff like that," and Cena go ape shit, and then turn into the chain gang. Cena go, we're not gonna see that. So, you know, maybe we'll just get an attitude change, but still keeping the Cena that he is, just more aggressive, more violent. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I think that's the way I would have did it, where I had Cena lose, and then have Kane still, you know, once in a while pick on him here and there, and get his mind really set for WrestleMania, and then throw The Rock in there because Rock's gonna come in. Now they're gonna focus John Cena on The Rock, which is what we expect. Um, but it was a pretty good pay per view, man. It was better than the last couple pay per views that we had. Um, oh, one of the other things I want to talk about was Sheamus. Now we know who Sheamus is going to wrestle at WrestleMania, which we all predicted was Daniel Bryan. He came in after Daniel Bryan won, did the whole, I forget what it's called. It's Finley's move. It's whatever it is. It's called. I can't think of it. Sorry, it's hot in here, and I'm just scratching on, because the heat and shit. But yeah, he came in. He dropped Daniel Bryan, so we know what title he's going after. We predicted that anyway. So that was nothing new. Damn, I gotta shave. I look like Daniel Bryan right now, but I ain't no damn vegan. But all in all, it was a decent pay per view. I give it a 7.5. You know, just because I thought that the matches were better than expected. The the people getting over at the right times. The spots. There was a lot of decent spots, but there was a few botches here and there. Um, yeah, that's why I say 7.5, man. Overall, it was better than what I expected. Um, so you know, it is what it is for what it's worth. Um, yeah, good job WWE for making Elimination Chamber real good. Um, anyway, like I said, uh, let me know what I should do. Should I redo a whole new page, or should I not redo a whole new page? But should I create a whole new page, or should I refix this page up and start from fresh on this page? Leave your comments, messages below, whatever. Let me know what you think I should do. I'm still stuck on it. I'm working on an alter ego. Um, I've got some ideas in my head, but you'll get it when the time comes. For now, you'll just get me as a person on who I am, the best in the world. That's what I do. But yeah, I'll definitely be back on the YouTubes more often now. So just look for me. I'll pop up here and there when I have time. My mom just got out the hospital, so I'm kind of taking care of her too. They found a blood clot in her lung, whatever, and stuff. So I'm trying to do the best that I can. But I'm definitely gonna come back. You're gonna see me pop up here and there. You'll see me tomorrow after Raw doing the Raw review. I didn't do a SmackDown review, so be it. I mean, it is what it is. I watched SmackDown, but I didn't do it. So, I mean, but I'll definitely start doing the reviews. Um, and actually, I'm gonna do another video with a big announcement, special announcement that actually, no, scratch that, scratch that idea. I'm gonna make a special announcement right now. Um, I'm gonna bring back Taboo Tuesdays, which was my Diva Talk or TNA Knockout Talk, Women's Wrestling Talk, whatever. I may be looking for a co-host on that. Actually, I'm looking for co-hosts, co-hostesses, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like several co-hosts. You know, maybe different co-hosts a day on well, whenever I do wrestling talk. Um, yeah, basically maybe starting up a little crew, whatever you want to call it, a little family. You know, if you want to be a part of what I want, when I'm it's late and I can't talk, my focus is, you know, let me rephrase that. If you want to be a part of what I have in store and what I want to do, leave a comment, message, whatever. We can go over and discuss because I'm open for ideas, you know, on who wants to be part of my team. Um, we'll create a channel for it, you know, come up with a password, you know, whole thing, whatever, whatever. Um, if you want to be a part of it, you know, we'll do wrestling talk, but we'll also do other things as well. You know what I mean? We'll come up with a schedule, just like I'm doing here, like Mondays I do wrestling talk. Fridays, Thursdays, you know, after the shows, after the wrestling shows, and then Sundays, I end with a whole, you know, rumor thing. I'm actually gonna do a rumor show, so people don't like it and don't want to hear rumors that's coming up or things that are happening in wrestling. Don't watch. But you know, I'm coming up with that idea as far as you know, giving the whole rumor thing. You know, and just maybe Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, you know, we talk about whatever we want to talk about. You know, there's something on your mind that you want to get off. If you want to talk relationships, movies, music, politics, you know, anything. I mean, we'll work on that. You know, whatever it is. Sorry about the way I am right now. There's still a lot on my mind, and there's a lot going on. So yeah, it is late. It's 12:10 in the morning. You know, but I'm here giving you my thoughts on what I thought of Elimination Chamber. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch me tomorrow night for the Monday Night Raw review, my Monday Night Raw review. You know who it is. New York in the building. It's your boy. Double deuces. And we out this bitch. Fuck the haters. Best in the world. Bitches.